Now I'm ready.
Boys. Go Bulls. Go Bulls.
Go Bulls.
Division 1 men's tennis. Today we unveiled a 64 team. The seasons continue in pursuit of a national championship. Will anybody be able to deny Virginia its third straight national title? There will be plenty of contenders, but only one champion in the end. That championship will be tested at the Dan McGill Tennis Complex in Athens, Georgia, starting on May the 18th. The championship match will take place on May the 23rd. Now the big question, who will be there? 64 teams all have that aspiration. And it all starts with first and second round matchups at local sites on May 12th and the 13th. Let's dive into the bracket, and we start with the top overall seed in this year's tournament, and it belongs to Wake Forest. It has been a complete season for the Demon Deacons, having won the ACC regular season title for the first time in program history with a perfect 12-0 record in league play. They had won 19 consecutive matches prior to their defeat in the ACC title match and reached the #1 ranking in the country for the first time in program history. The only question now is how the ACC championship loss to Virginia affects them, but the #1 overall seed will certainly help soften that blow. They will host UNC Wilmington in the opening round, automatic qualifier out of the Colonial. Kentucky makes the tournament for the 25th time and in back-to-back seasons, and will play Georgia State in the opening round. Champions of the Sun Belt marks the first time since 2013 the Panthers are in the NCAA tournament. There's a dramatic finish to get them to that spot, a 4-3 win over South Alabama in that Sun Belt championship. Our next 4-team site begins with Michigan as the Wolverines advance to the NCAA team championship bracket. Valparaiso. Four-man team class that ranks 1 through 4 in program history in terms of wins. They're looking to cap off an incredible career with at least one more victory. Idaho is here as well. Via the Big Sky automatic berth. Traveling to our host for this site, the 16 seed, which belongs to Stanford. 14 national championships for the Cardinals, his third all-time behind Southern Cal and Harvard. Stanford has 3 top 10 wins this season, but is coming off a 4-0 loss to UCLA in the Pac-12 championship. There's mystery in which this squad will show up, which one will show up in this postseason. 6'5" junior Tom Fawcett leads the way. He is 16-8 this season. All right, now from the 16th overall seed, the team that's seeded 9th, and that would belong to North Carolina. 24th appearance for the Tar Heels, but they have never made the national semifinals. A run to the quarterfinals each of the last 3 years has been a step in the right direction, and the roster is still loaded in 2017, a year after leading the nation with 5 All-Americans. 3 returned this season, including seniors Jack Murray and Ronnie Schneider, who have 217 wins combined in their career. The Tar Heels welcome VCU to Chapel Hill. The A-10 champions earned the title for the first time since joining the conference in 2012-13, and the Rams have a familiar name with their #1 singles player anchored by Daryl Monfils. Yes, the younger brother of world number 16, Gail Monfils. It will be a short drive across the border for South Carolina, which earns an at-large selection out of the SEC. The 20 wins for the Gamecocks are the most since 2005, and their 9 SEC wins was also a new program best. They will battle East Tennessee State in the opening round in via the automatic berth from the Southern Conference. On to the next site, where we find Northwestern, tournament participants for the 15th time in program history. This appearance starts with a matchup against Utah State, Mountain West Conference champions. Tennessee Tech is another automatic qualifier in via the Ohio Valley. They also head to the host for this quadrant against the 8th seed, and that would belong to California, second in the Pac-12 during the regular season. The Golden Bears have been tested this year, including 6 dual match wins against nationally ranked teams. a national semifinalist a year ago. Cal is looking for another deep run. Senior Florian Lacat was the hero last year in the postseason. An All-American in doubles. His presence in singles this year will be right. All right, we're a quarter of a way through the bracket as we slide down to the bottom half of the left side. It starts with the number 5 overall seed, and that belongs to another West Coast school, UCLA. The Bruins are stinging a bit. The rival USC bested them in the Pac-12 championship. UCLA won the regular season matchup and title. And depth, as always, the strength of this Bruin roster with Junior Martin Redlicki headlining the group. But Junior Logan Staggs has been perfect in the number 4 singles spot, winning all 12 matches. UCLA has won 16 national championships, the last coming back in 2005. That pedigree will test Army in the opening round. Army Navy in the championship. Senior captain Sam Lampman earned MVP honors. Last long during the course of the year. What an incredible comeback for the senior. Ole Miss will travel west as well, and the celebration has begun in Oxford with this at-large selection and marks the 24th straight trip to the tournament, where the Rebels will battle Big West champion UC Santa Barbara. Sticking with the West Coast flavor, we unveil Oregon. The Ducks are making their 6th NCAA appearance. They're in the field for back-to-back years for the first time in school history, and they start against Memphis. The Tigers were sweating it out for an at-large berth, and now get the relief, earning a berth for the 5th time in the last 6 seasons. Buffalo won the MAC in Texas A&M. The Aggies. Up next, we flip the page and say hello to Georgia. The 39th tournament appearance for the Bulldogs, who are hosting the NCAA championship in Athens. 32nd time in school history. 2008 was the last program 6 national championships. The SEC dominance has continued since that last national title. Georgia won.
It's on or no? Do I need to flip it? Good? All right, we're going to play the SEC. That's right. No Ohio State. Thank you, everybody, for thinking those positive thoughts. That's great. That's a great opportunity for us. But yeah, stick around. It should take at 5:30. Then the women will be up, right? So let's go Bulls. Let's go Bulls.
I was not expecting that one.
No. Take it.
I have an exam that day.
What is it? I want to go.
NCAA.com for the Division I Women's Tennis Selection Show. I'm your host, Will Haskell. Today we reveal the 64 teams whose season continues in regional play with the ultimate goal of becoming a national champion. This year's national championship tournament will be held in Athens, Georgia, with a round of 16 starting on May the 19th, and the championship running through May the 23rd. Today, 64 team fields comprise 31 automatic qualifiers and 33 coveted at-large bids. The top 16 overall seeds will host the first 2 rounds of the tournament, with the winner of each 14 pot advancing after. They'll unveil the bracket in groups of 8 teams. All first-round action will be between May the 12th and the 14th. All right, here we go. The number 1 seed in this year's tournament, and our first host, that would be Florida. The Gators will be the number 1 ranked team all season, winning the 2017 ITA National Team Indoor Championships back in February. Florida's 22-1, winning the doubles point this season. Its only loss, a narrow 4-3 setback to Vanderbilt in the SEC Tournament Final. During the 3-week break between the SEC Tournament and the start of the NCAA Championships, Florida's 3 seniors each received their degrees. Courtney Keegan graduated cum laude with her bachelor's degree in sport management. Spencer Liang graduated cum laude with her bachelor's degree in finance. And Belinda Wolcott graduated with her bachelor's degree in sport management. Now the attention back onto the court, where Florida will face Massachusetts in the opening round. It'll be their first time in the NCAA tournament since 2001. The next matchup features the Miami Hurricanes and the South Florida Bulls. We say welcome to the postseason to Texas A&M. The Aggies went 16-12 overall and 6-7 to finish tied for 8th place in the SEC after ending the SEC regular season riding a 5-match win streak. Under the direction of second-year head coach Mark Weaver, the Aggies recorded 3 wins against top 10 opponents, including a first-ever victory over number 2 Georgia that came in Athens to close out the SEC regular season. After winning its first SBC championship, Louisiana Monroe will meet Texas A&M in the first round, currently on a 15-match win streak, dropping just 1 match all season that came against Auburn. The next team into the tournament, A&M Corpus Christi, after finishing the regular season with a starting record of 20-2. They will face 16th-seeded Baylor. Baylor closes the regular season with a 21-5 dual match record, including a 9-5 mark against ranked opponents. Senior Blair Schenkel leads the Lady Bears with an 8-match win streak. She defeated 10 ranked opponents, 2 against players rated in the top 10. And junior Teresa Van Zyl recorded her 5th consecutive victory, winning in 3 sets at number 5 singles. Moving on now to the next group of 8. Oklahoma State will host a 4-team opening round quadrant. The 9th-ranked Cowboys nearly clawed back from an early 3-0 deficit, but came up short 4-2 against number 7-ranked Texas Tech in the Big 12 title match. After the match, head coach Chris Young said that he told his young team, "I'm proud of the way that we competed. We competed like champions. That's all you can ask for as a coach. Just go out there and give everything they have." Cowgirls laid it on the line today in quote. They will continue to try and lay it on the line in this NCAA postseason. They will see UMKC in the opening round after earning the program's first ever WAC championship. The next team in the postseason is Arkansas. 17-9 on the year, earned the 15th all-time NCAA tournament bid, including the 9th in the past 12 seasons. The Razorbacks have been featured in the top 20 each of the last 9 weeks. Ranked as high as number 14 in the country back in late April, its highest ranking ever since March 8, 2011. Joining the Razorbacks in Stillwater will be Wichita State. The Shockers won their 9th straight Missouri Valley Conference regular season and tournament titles, and undefeated again against conference opponents, bringing their MVC winning streak to a unbelievable 86 consecutive matches. Head coach Colin Foster and the Shockers lead the Valley with a 55-0 regular season record and a 23-0 record in the tournament. That streak started back in 2009. Making their 7th NCAA tournament appearance is Mississippi State. The Bulldogs will match up with Northwestern out of the Big Ten. The Cats finished the regular season 14-10 overall after coming up just short as Big East championship match of the Big Ten tournament. They lost 4-1 against Michigan. Welcome to the postseason. Alabama State. The Lady Hornets finished 13-8 overall, but they were a perfect 9-0 in the SWAC. Maureen Cartier was one of 3 Lady Hornets named to the All-Tournament team and was awarded the MVP after winning 3 matches during the tournament. Alabama State faces our next host. That would be Georgia Tech, owners of a 25-4 record, recording its best ACC record in program history, 13-1 in 2017, and posted a 17-match win streak, entering the final regular season match, marking the longest win streak since 2007. Rodney Harmon was named ACC Coach of the Year for the 2nd straight season. Continuing down the bracket, we flip the page, and welcome Georgia to the tournament. 17-5 Bulldogs finished runner-up in SEC's regular season. All 5 losses this year against top 25 opponents. And junior Kennedy Schaefer with undefeated on court number 3 singles during conference play. Freshman Elena Christoffi received All-SEC Co-Freshman of the Year honor and first-team accolades. Junior Ellen Perez was also named the All-SEC First Team. And this year marks the 31st consecutive year the Bulldogs have been invited to the NCAA tournament. The next team is South Carolina State, 9-10 overall in the year in an opening round against the Bulldogs. North Carolina State, next team to unveil after the ACC tournament. The Wolfpack holds an 18-10 overall record and were 500 in the ACC this year. NC State completed the regular season with the most total wins and most conference wins in program history. Second highest conference finish in school history. The Wolfpack will meet Oregon in the first round. Oregon 14-10 is the program's best finish since 2005-2006, and with 6 conference wins in the regular season, the Ducks earned the team's best Pac-12 record since all the way back in 2005. Also out of the Pac-12, UCLA joins the field. UCLA recently ran off 11 consecutive doubles points from March 12th to the April 22nd. The teams of Fleming and Hart, Andrews and Miller, and Shibahara and Wiley have gone a combined 23-5 over that stretch. They're also 8-0 against nationally ranked opponents. On the dual match season, Bruin doubles teams are 37-12, including a remarkable 21-5 in conference play. The Bruins will battle UC Santa Barbara to open the first season. LIU Brooklyn and Pepperdine will meet in round 1 of the tournament. 6th straight season, Pepperdine has won the WCC regular season and 5th consecutive WCC championship. A 3rd consecutive season, the Wave have swept all the WCC top honors, with Louisa Stefani earning Player of the Year, Ashley Leahy Freshman of the Year, and Karen Nielsen Coach of the Year. The next team continuing its season as we slide to the next 8 teams is California. The Bears beat 9 nationally ranked teams with a 17-5 record, finishing the regular season and the Pac-12 tournament in 2nd place. Making its 2nd appearance in the NCAA championship and meeting Cal in the first round is San Jose State. Congratulations to LSU and to the Tulsa. The Golden Hurricane reached its 11th consecutive conference championship match, finishing runner-up in the American Athletic Conference out of the SEC. And joining the field now is Washington. The Huskies finished the regular season with a 16-0 record, the most regular season wins since 2009. And they reached 16 before picking up some more in the postseason. They reached 18. Let's see if the Huskies can take even a step farther here in 2017. They'll battle Clemson in the first round of the tournament. Next, welcome OVC champions SIU Edwardsville and the SEC champions from Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt's longest tenured head coach, Jeff McDonald, earned his 4th SEC Coach of the Year award. In his 23rd season, McDonald has led Vanderbilt to his first ever SEC regular season title, and after guiding the Commodores through one of the hardest schedules in the nation, he continues postseason play with a 20-5 overall record. All right, the first 32 teams are now locked in, and when we come back, we'll reveal the last half of the bracket.
Defining moments. Championship dreams. Share the experience with your family and friends. The 2017 NCAA Division I Men's and Women's Tennis Championships, May 18th through 29th at the Dan McGill Tennis Complex in Athens, Georgia. Visit ncaa.com/tickets for your seats today.
Welcome back to the 2017 NCAA Division I Women's Tennis Selection Show. Let's get right to the second half of the bracket. And just like on the men's side, the number 3 overall seed belongs to Ohio State. 28-2 overall, and a 14-match winning streak with shutouts in 10 of the last 11 matches. The Buckeyes claim Big Ten regular season title for the 2nd year in a row, the 2nd consecutive 11-0 Big Ten campaign. The team has won 23 straight Big Ten regular season matches. Senior Miho Kawase is undefeated this spring, 23-0, 31-3 overall this year. She became the program's all-time singles wins leader with 105, and now has 108 total for her career. The Buckeyes will play Buffalo. This matchup features Notre Dame and Kansas. Notre Dame holds the 5-match losing streak and turned in a resounding victory. Now welcome to the postseason to Texas, finishing the season 13-8 after the Big 12 tournament. Howard Johnson was about a question of his a lot better about our prospect senior student Garen has been